Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. I am Lucas Rand. This is Kyle Cage. Now, before we get any further, this is a major spoiler warning for Arcane Season 2. We are going to get into the nitty gritty of pretty much all of it. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out and then come back and watch this.
Yes, you don't want it spoiled because it is super good. Well,
Uh,
first off, please follow us at Hosts for Hire
oh,
podcast with the number 4.
yes.
We would appreciate that. Check out our Patreon. You can go on there and you can subscribe for $5 and become a superhero. We would really appreciate that as well.
Please.
Any little bit helps. And yes,
Yes.
but Arcane Season 2, incredible,
Man.
amazing, outstanding, fantastic, all the synonyms. Like, it's
Dude,
we are so lucky
seriously.
to have gotten this and the Penguin so close.
My God, dude. Yeah. How lucky are we to like just go right from like Penguin season finale to the opening episode of
It
this? Good
it
gravy.
was quite
Our cup runneth over,
truly,
brother. Our nerd cup runneth over.
truly.
Dude, the
Mm.
art in this for me, like beyond the writing, beyond everything else, dude,
Every episode having that like
breathtaking.
almost like watercolor like montage. Every episode had some kind of like that normally at the beginning. It was
Beautiful.
gorgeous. It was amazing. Like they clearly
This
put
to
a
me
lot of work.
shows how far $250 million can go in something like animation rather than in live
Yeah.
action. Holy shit, man! I've like, man,
Going
I,
along with
I
the
I don't know.
animation,
We've seen some really good animation
the
lately, like with Spider
mhm.
Verse, with the like DC Tomorrowverse. Seen some really cool animation, but dude, this was next level.
The fight scenes, especially in the first several episodes when they do like they were really
Man,
interesting. It was like the slow motion like stop like the fighting was like happening, but it almost didn't
oh
feel like a
yeah,
fight scene. But it was
it
also
felt like
bad. Yeah,
panels in a
yeah.
comic book. It was
That's
just
exactly what
so
it was.
cool, dude.
I don't know why that I couldn't
Uh,
figure out what was like giving me so much joy about it. That's exactly it. It felt like I was watching a comic panel, like comic fight. It was
dude,
great.
so
Mm.
good. And and everything, dude. You could pause at almost every moment of this show, and it's a wallpaper. Every single moment, every moment is like a painting. Like
And I really like
this must have been either a artist's like greatest dream to work on, or their like absolute worst
yes,
nightmare.
yeah.
I would really be curious because it is artistry.
Truly.
Like in the forefront of everything. It is
And like the
so good,
writing was
man.
really good.
I
Like
couldn't.
I was like there were parts where I was like, God, there's so many different storylines going on and like
Oh,
how the hell are they gonna wrap all this up? But I
mm-hmm,
think they did a
mm-hmm.
really good job. I will say one thing, I don't know why I had it in my mind that they were like building to the League of Legends, right? Like this was like all going to
Mm-hmm,
eventually
mm-hmm.
culminate in like the League of Legends
That's
forming.
really interesting.
But like huge spoiler alert, like with like Jinx and Warwick dying at the end and Victor and Jace
Yeah,
disappearing, like and
yeah.
now I'm like I have no fucking clue.
I honestly, yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, I had a little bit of that smile, that like little Jinx smile at the end, made me feel like they weren't dead.
hmm
But yeah, I definitely don't know where they're going with it. I don't know that they're keeping this story going. You
Well,
know?
they announced obviously this
Um,
is the last season of Arcane, but they could, should, and they definitely should go into other storylines within Runeterra.
oh
Like not
yeah, dude.
they could
There's
do
so many to
Noxus,
change. There's
Demacia.
so many to pull
Like
from.
not like they could do
You know, there's
the
so
same
many.
thing they just did with Zaun and Piltover. They could do with
There's
Yep,
Ionia.
they could do like some side ones
There's
um
Bilgewater. You know,
where
there's so many.
Freljord,
There's the Shadow Isles.
the
Fuck,
Freljord, yeah,
Freljord.
like
Yeah, dude. There's so
I
many,
personally
man.
really hope they do Noxus and Demacia because I want to see Kat and Darius
Yeah.
and Draven and Garen and Lux and like
And Talon,
Talon and like
my
yeah,
boy.
like I don't know. There's those
I agree with that just because I want to see Talon, but we did just see some Noxus stuff, so I wouldn't
that's what I
mind
was
seeing like some like
well
Ionia and like
that's why I'm thinking that's the direction they're going because they can kind of
the
feed
Shadow Isles.
into Noxus.
That's true. They can use Noxus as kind of like a
Like they just
bridge,
lost this
you
general
know.
now. Noxus just lost this
Yeah.
ambassador general, and like,
Rising another general, like maybe
yep,
Darius or
giving
like something like
they
that.
could do
Ooh, bro, that'd be
they
very
could do the
interesting, bro.
same exact thing they kind of just did with do a season of like build up and preamble with like Draven and Darius and their upbringing, Garen and Lux and their upbringing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, dude. Real quick, you mentioned the writing, just the complexity that they were able to achieve in these characters. That like for usually the most have like 3 pages worth of lore written
Mhm.
is absolutely
And the
incredible
fact that they
work by
tweaked
that writing.
some lores, like they made
Oh
Warwick
yeah.
Vander, that
Hmm.
shit,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
awesome.
awesome,
That was
dude.
such a good choice. I was caught so by surprise.
I definitely called that in season 1,
Hmm.
but I still was like,
Yeah, that it came
yes.
to
Oh, it was so emotional, man. There were so many
going
emotional
back,
scenes. I wept
yeah.
at that scene with
Oh,
Isha and Jinx.
like it hurt
That
me
tore me
physically.
apart,
It
bro.
was that one, and
That
then
tore me apart.
his name's escaping me. The dude that the drunkard that
Uh,
Vi with,
Loris.
yeah.
It's Loris.
He when he gets shot in the neck, I was like,
Yeah,
oh
man.
my
It was
god,
so
yeah, like
abrupt.
that's
It
what
was so
got
like
me. Oh,
passionless, like
shows
same. That got
exactly
me too.
like in war.
But dude, that full circle moment for me, I like caught this full circle moment between Jinx and Isha and Silco and
Hmm.
Jinx, where like Silco and Jinx were both these just like broken, savage people willing, like basically brought to the point of insanity, and then finding someone else that like looked up to them, like changed their whole perspective on everything.
Yep. Even if that role model wasn't
Incredible,
like
dude.
the greatest role
Right.
model,
No,
but it
exactly. But just like needing somebody
and
and like
also
somebody
like
being there for you. And
they
man,
humanized him. You know, like Isha
yep.
humanized Jinx
Hmm.
and Jinx humanized Silco a little bit.
Dude, that was just so incredible. That like beautiful
There
full
were a
circle
few like
moment of
specific
like,
moments that I remember that were really cool. I think it was like in one of the first couple episodes, Caitlyn and Vi are fighting someone, and Vi's about to. I think it's somebody I can't remember, but Vi's about to get stabbed, and and Caitlyn shoots the spear
oh,
as it's
yes,
about to. My favorite like
yes,
thing about the animation in this was Jinx's fighting. When Jinx was fighting, the way
man.
she would like she was so fast,
The
she would
movement.
teleport damn near
Yeah,
like
dude.
mm,
Yeah, dude. Her like the way her eyes would flash pink and then she would like just essentially teleport.
yeah. And then
So cool.
the
So,
soundtrack
so cool, man.
was incredible.
Oh,
Like that's
incredible.
not something that I
Incredible.
personally notice very often. So like when I notice it, that it's good.
Same. I absolutely agree with that. But dude, like still, like not to harp, but to go back on that like Jinx and Isha moment, that was the best part of the show
Yeah.
to me.
That
That dude, that like that tore a hole in me. Like just like the beauty of someone like Jinx completely unhinged, like making their way back, just like Silco was, like I was saying before, and then having that person like stripped away from you, kind of like Jinx got stripped from Silco and Isha gets stripped from Jinx. It like snaps you into like this absolute insane person.
mhm. Well,
Which Jinx at the last episode said, "I'm gonna break the cycle." Like I'm gonna not
it's
do that,
exactly what I was about to
and
bring up,
instead,
was that she then
bruh,
instead of
beautiful writing,
crawling
bro.
deeper into her insanity, she crawled the rest of the way out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Mm. It,
Like God.
also the like the showing of their like for lack of a better term, their final forms, like that shit was
Oh yeah,
so
dude,
cool.
love that, dude. I loved how many skins they showed throughout this show
Yes.
without like making them skins, but they were all skins from the game. Like there were so many moments like Vi's Q,
Hmm.
or like Jinx's,
Her
like there's
switching and
just so
shooting the
many.
rockets. I was
Yes,
waiting for that
yes,
the
like
whole
I
time after they
love
revealed
that,
her.
dude.
After they revealed the gun, I was like, "Oh, I
Ah,
cannot wait for her to
I
switch
loved
it."
that, dude.
Yeah, and the zap,
Fuck,
she was
man.
doing the zap. Like,
Yes, dude. Oh man, fuck, dude. That little pew
ah,
pew that she did with
ah.
Isha. Oh, bro, my fucking heart. I can't even tell you that shit tore me to little pieces, bro.
Yeah, that was
Yo,
definitely
but on another note, who was your favorite character of the
Warwick
show?
for me. What about yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just
Why? Just the whole Vander thing
no,
and
I
how
just
emotional it was and
that
how
was my
dope.
first character I ever played as in League of
Oh,
Legends.
dude, I love that.
Yeah,
Hey, I didn't know
yeah.
that. Okay.
Warwick
Yeah,
was my first
Talon
main.
was my first
Yeah.
character. Tell us in the comments who was the first character you ever played in League of
And which one
Legends.
was your favorite in the show?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, absolutely.
But other than that, other than the nostalgia reason, I think It's really tough, dude, because like the writing was so good, it made me love all of the characters so much. Like,
Dude, you know who was my favorite character actually? Because like obviously, like I want to choose like Vi or
or
Jinx,
even
you
Caitlyn,
know,
like her arc, her become
because they were just so cool.
her
Yeah,
when
her
she
arc was
when
awesome. Also, Mbessa was
mhm,
awesome. Oof, what a bad
yeah,
motherfucking bitch.
that was dope.
But Victor, bro,
Mm,
Victor was my favorite character. That was, dude. What
what a performance!
I, yeah,
Like
fuck, dude. That's a good way to put it. Like, dude, that voice actor,
the
everything that they put into
monologues
the Victor
that
character.
they wrote for him, all
Yes, bro.
incredible. You're right. That was he
His arc from like the cripple that wanted to like save him or like cure himself from
to
like
the
what he just
herald,
like
to the
Jace
savior,
says.
and
Yeah,
then
man.
all the way down to the
To
destroyer
the
again.
destroyer. Yeah, like man, fuck. So beautiful, dude.
Yeah, and like there were so many arcs that were like that. And like
I have to assume that in this writer's room they were just getting
yeah,
hype as
someone would be
fuck.
like, "Hey,
Just like,
check this out.
oh,
Check
that's a fucking good idea.
this out." It makes me
God
want
damn.
more, but it also makes me want more of other stuff because they did,
Do you have any gripes? Do you have any things you
there were,
didn't
like I
like?
said, there were at times that the story got a little too convoluted. But it's hard to say because like the
Hmm.
entire time
I can
and
agree
to
with
be
that.
fair,
You know what was something I didn't like? It's not something that I didn't even like. It was something, a moment that didn't happen that I was kind of like waiting for, and that was Mbessa versus Vi.
yeah,
I feel like they were setting that up so crazy. Like Mbessa was this like overwhelming like force when like in the fighting
yeah.
ring, and Vi was
To the
like this
point
like
where at
building
yeah,
up to
to the
be
point though where at the end
like the best
it
fighter
required a
possible.
2v1 to beat her.
Yeah. Well, like kind of like a 3v1 because they brought in the
Yeah,
Black
that's
Rose
true.
too. Uh,
Also,
yeah, which
is
I
Mel
liked
is
all of that. I just really wish that I would have seen Vi like beat her ass. Like that would have just been such a satisfying moment to see like Mbessa be
yeah.
bested like in solo
I will say
combat.
after the shit
Uh
goes down with Caitlyn and Vi like sinks to her lowest at near the end there. Um,
oh, dude, that pentakill Vi skin that she was
yes,
going off, bro, that was
so
so
dope.
sexy, bro. Holy shit. I don't know about you, but that was incredible,
Yeah,
bro.
but my point is during that, when Caitlyn catches her off guard and like tosses her, that's clear
Mm-hmm.
evidence that while Caitlyn's been training and working to become stronger, Vi's
Yeah.
been slipping. She's been drinking
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah,
like
right,
so
for sure.
she's kind
Yeah.
of not
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
strong as she will
Yeah,
be.
at least not like in the mental
Yeah,
fight.
exactly. Like
She was just like hard ironing her body
hmm
essentially,
exactly. Yeah.
rather than her
Yeah.
mind, which was just incredible.
Uh,
Also, man, Ori at the end, that's who Singed
yeah.
was trying to save the whole time. It was Oriana. Oh my
Mhm.
god, bro. That got like I like screamed. I was literally like, Oriana!
Yeah, like again,
Uh that was
those are the little
awesome.
subtle things that are just like, oh, like what an incredible way to wrap it around. Like to make it all come
Yeah.
back together. It's so mm,
That echo shit at the end too, bro. It's really funny. I had written down because I was keeping some notes. I'd written down that one of my gripes was that Echo was underutilized, and I think he still kind of was a little
and
bit.
but at the very
But
end
dude,
they
that at
redeemed
the
him.
end there, dude, that was
Oh,
so
when
awesome,
he
man.
just the whole
I loved the
sequence.
way they showed when they were all like grabbing him and pulling him down, and he was trying to go before seconds wasn't enough.
So he was just like,
Like
fuck
that
it.
was just so fucking dope, dude.
Yeah. Or
Uh
like really before that, when they first come in, when Jinx and him arrive and they release it, and they all come surfing down. Though I
oh,
noticed it was a very quick frame, but when he was boarding, he was so calm. Like it looked exactly like how people look when they're snowboarding. You know what I mean? When they're
yeah,
just
oh
like
for
chilling
sure.
and
Yeah,
carving
no,
down the mountain,
100%.
chilling, and they're good at
Yeah, a hundred
snowboarding.
percent.
Like
Yeah,
it,
100,
I like saw it and was like, oh, that's so someone in the
a hundred
animation room
percent.
snowboards. You know what I mean? Or
Or they
skateboards,
studied it,
or they studied.
like
Yeah, exactly. Like they
uh
had to. There
which
were
is
so
really
many
cool.
little like
Which is
scenes
really,
where
really
like
cool.
quick
Man, I swear that they
motions.
must have animated this, man. Like I really would love to know like their frame rating. Kind of like, like with Spider-Verse and like Hobie Brown where like he was on like a different frame than the
Hmm
rest. I'm really curious about the little tricks and things they used to
Make because
for lack of a better word, to make it so fucking
yeah,
good.
because
Like,
there were so many little subtle moments that were like quick movements. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like really quick movements.
Oh yeah, or quick panels that like you almost didn't even
Mm-hmm.
see, but like you did
Yep.
see.
Like going back
Like
to
incredible use of the
when
subliminal.
Caitlyn
Yeah, bro, I can't even like say enough
and the way they
about how
show
good this
that
was.
like
Like
Hex Tech
to me,
literally
again, I said it right in
destroyed
the
the
beginning.
potential of that city. That
Yeah, which is
in the
pretty
alternate
crazy
universe
considering
where
that
Hex
like
Tech.
in the lore, Piltover is like the Hextech city.
Yep.
It's like the city of the future. Like that's what it
Yep.
is. They succeeded. Like,
And Zon is the undercity
uh
that they shit on.
right.
It's just like, it's
Yeah.
just like this, but
Yeah.
like
Or like the thing that I thought was really interesting that I wonder if we're gonna see more of in the future with this like alternate world, is Powder had kept all the
shards. I did
Hextech
see those.
like
I did
shards.
see those.
And she didn't tell Echo. She was like helping him work with Hextech shards and didn't like tell him about it.
Hmm.
So she was being kind of shady with
Hmm.
it.
Well, and
So
like
I'm
I think
very
she also
curious as to what
recognized
that is.
when Echo was
Like maybe Jinx is dead, but Jinx is gonna come back in this world in the form of that powder.
maybe, yeah, because
Yeah, so we'll see what she does
yeah,
with that.
exactly.
You know,
Maybe,
I really do
hopefully.
think that
I don't
maybe
know
that's
if
what they're
I don't
gonna
know
do.
if
That's how they're gonna
I don't
bring
know if
Jinx
we're
back
gonna
in.
see anything else though. Like they need to.
Yeah, well, like maybe not in this
No, they
Arcane, but
need
like
to.
maybe it'll
I
be
know they
called
need
something
to
else.
announce that though.
Yeah,
Like I
I know.
really
But
think
until then, we're just gonna love to speculate.
it's that good. If you like, it's so
Favorite
good. I
parts were,
binged it all today. Like I
yeah,
literally watched all
yeah,
of it today.
yeah, incredible, and like I want more. I think that's my biggest negative.
Me too.
My biggest negative on this show is that I want
Yep.
more.
I want, like you said, I want something different. I want the Ionia. I want, Shadow Isles. Really,
Yeah,
Freljord would be my next after
yeah, it would be
Noxus,
really cool
Nasia,
too.
like
Honestly,
Braum.
I thought Loris was Braum for the
So there
longest
was
time. He had the little blue bead on his hair, dude. He was like the
and there
shield
was that
guy.
moment
I
where
was
he
like,
like
this guy is
where
fucking
he jumps
Braum.
in front of them and shields them right when he
Yeah,
first does it. I was like, literally,
they did that
I
on
said
purpose, dude.
out,
They were like, we want us to fucking think this guy is Braum, and we're gonna shoot him in the
yeah,
neck
I
later.
said out loud, stand behind Braum.
Same, literally same. I said that to him.
That's amazing. Yeah, it just
Uh,
we could
but
go
yes,
on
you
and on
guys,
and on and
please,
on.
if you guys like this show, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your favorite moments. Let's talk about all the little things that you noticed that maybe we didn't talk about here because there's so much.
Hey,
So
we might come
let's
back and
talk
do
about it in the
another one.
comments.
We're gonna be starting to try and
Yeah.
go live soon. We might do a live where we just sit and talk about it with you
Absolutely.
guys.
So yeah, please tune in, like, share, subscribe, and if you guys like this type of content, come back.
Yes,
Or
please.
if you just want us to give us some support, we have a Patreon. We're asking for $5. Everything will go back into the
Yes.
podcast. We're just trying to upgrade, update,
Make everything look
and
nicer. And we do plan
yeah,
on going live Monday nights. We haven't pinned down an absolute time yet, but stay tuned for that. We hope you guys join us when we do
hell yeah. We
chats.
just want to like engage with you guys, talk about this content, talk about this world, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, really.
Mhm.
And yeah, we hope to see you there. And thank you guys
Thanks.
so much.